Hi, Greg. It's great to see you. Thank you for being here today.
Oh, it's great to see you as well, and we really appreciate the opportunity to get caught up.
I'm glad you're here. And today I want to chat with you about explaining the relationship of SciTech, Win 911 software, and smart sites to clarify any lingering confusion that some people might have. So tell me about the acquisition last August.
Sure. Well, thank you. This is timely in terms of helping us get the word out. So the origins of smart sites is really a great story. And that story actually begins with two separate companies that were formed around 30 years ago. SciTech and Win 911 were independent companies that were formed to plug holes in the larger automation vendors' portfolio. So there's complementary technologies that we have. As companies evolve over time, they have to stay relevant. They have to stay current in terms of meeting customer needs. And one of the interesting things for both Win 911 and SciTech was we've been able to do that for a period of over 30 years, which is pretty cool. And there was a lot of intersecting points between the companies with respect to partners that we have in the larger ecosystem. Rockwell, one of our most important vendors, strategic partners that we have, the distribution networks that they have, and the systems integrator partners. And so there's, we'd always see each other in terms of working in this larger ecosystem. And then as we discussed and think about where the industry is going and what else can be added in terms of capability, it made sense to bring the two companies together and combine capabilities of the two companies to solve even more complex challenges that our customers have and to fill the needs of our strategic partners like Rockwell.
So to clarify, Win 911 acquired SciTech, correct?
That's right.
And then rebranded as Smart Sites.
That we rebranded as Smart Sites. That's exactly
Okay.
right. Yes.
And so what is Smart Sites? What exactly do you do?
Well, Smart Sites is a team of people that's really focused on helping, plant automations teams be more productive. So, when you think of the capabilities that we can bring to bear, it's a combination of things. So I'll give you a couple examples. We do analytics, we do reporting, we do notification. And so that's the combination of the collective capabilities of the two companies. So in some instances, for a customer, we might be doing a compliance report for a water treatment facility or for a life sciences customer that's got to track all their batch records. In other cases, we may be doing a remote notification solution, for somebody that's on the go in the plant or beyond the plant. And that comes from the heritage Win 911 capabilities. Over the last 16 months, as we've worked together, we've put those two capabilities together so that we can solve more problems for customers. One of the things that really became clear to us as we talked to customers and partners was there's a couple problems that they have and challenges that they needed to solve. One of them is data overload. And the other is in many plants, there's fewer people, and the people that are there in many cases are new or they're on the move, right? And so we've been able to, in terms of our smart bundle, one of the capabilities that we've integrated together, we've started to put the pieces together so that a particular user, can get an alarm event, something that they need to pay attention to, something going awry with a process or a piece of equipment. And so instead of just sending that particular event out and having them acknowledge it, we can actually send these snippets of information with it. So how has this piece of equipment or how has this process been performing over the last 30, 60, 90 minutes, those types of things. So the end user that, that has to consume that, they can make a much more informed decision about the actions that they need to be able to take. And so what we're doing is we're solving this data overload challenge in terms of being able to compartmentalize or bucketize key pieces of information. So that comes out of the legacy Excel reporter capabilities that we have. And then we have this great delivery mechanism from the notification platform from Win 911. So we're able to say, okay, Teresa, here's a problem that you need to be aware of. Here's how it's been performing. And here's some suggested actions in terms of to take remediation to help this. And that solves some real problems that people are having in plants today.
And you mentioned the Win 911 alarm notification software. Did this acquisition affect that brand at all, or is it the same?
It will over time. So there's obviously there's brand equity that exists out for both SciTech and for Win 911. We have rebranded under the company name Smart Sites. And so we have a notification capability, which is the former Win 911 product. We have the Excel reporter, capability, which is the former SciTech brand. So we've really brought those together and, recognize that, there's a bunch of new people in the industry as well, right, that are coming into it, which is great to see. So they'll get to know us as Smart Sites. We'll carry some of the legacy names for a period of time, but the capabilities that we're providing are new and they're enhanced and they're different. And so we felt it was important to kind of step out of our historical naming convention and put everything under the Smart Sites umbrella over time. And so that's a big lift. It's going to take literally years for people to get comfortable with it. So the trade show, how we talk about it, our logos, all that type of stuff is changing. We'll carry some of that with us for a period of time in terms of product specific capabilities from Win 911 and Excel Reporter, but over time it'll all just become Smart Sites.
That makes sense. Change is hard. We changed our magazine name back in 2006, and we still have people refer to it by its old name. It's just going to take time. Yeah.
It
So,
really does. Yeah.
yeah, it's because it's ingrained, especially if you've been in the industry a while.
Yeah.
So with this new entity, with this acquisition with Smart Sites now, how does this benefit your customers? Have they had a reaction? How does this benefit end users?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there's a number of ways. One is, we have a larger team to be able to support, a broader portfolio set. So we think that's a good thing. So I'll give you a simple example around that. Like, we're able to go to, various different Rockwell events is a great example, in the different distributor and SI events that we support. So it's a smaller team. It's a larger team being able to support more events. And so we're able to support the systems integrator community, the distributor community with more people in terms of that. So that's just from a care and feeding of the ecosystem that we want to be able to support. We're, as a larger company, we have a larger R&D budget, right? So we're able to invest more in terms of the technology itself. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the combination of putting analytical capabilities and reporting capabilities and notification capabilities together, the big benefit is one combined solution for that, right? So we have tremendous connectivity options into legacy and new systems that exist in plants today. So that comes from both the Win 911 and the Excel Reporter side. So we're able to connect into these systems. We're able to process the data in smart ways. We're able to deliver it in smart ways and meaningful ways to people to solve the challenges that they need. And so I think it's moving from some stovepipes of capabilities and putting, blending those capabilities together so that the end customers benefit a lot. It's been really interesting as we've gone out, because in some cases we've had distribution and systems integration partners that had both legacy products in their portfolio. And now they have one, and then there's a whole bunch that had one or the other. And then as we talk to them, we're able to say, hey, if you're using the notification capabilities, how would you like to, you could benefit from some alarm management capabilities that we can now bring to the table. Or if you've been using the compliance reporting piece from the Excel Reporter piece, wouldn't it be great to notify somebody if there's something that's gone awry in terms of your process in your particular plant? And so that's a long haul in terms of cross-selling the capabilities. But the exciting part is really around when you put them together and we start showing people that, the reaction has been so positive. I need that. I needed more than just this snippet of information. I need this packet of data that helps me make a better decision about what to do.
Well, Greg, this is great information, and I appreciate you being here today to clear this up so people understand what Smart Sites is and what it offers.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate how you stay in touch with the market, all the ecosystem in terms of what's going on, in terms of all the various different partners, and do your best to get information out to them about what's changing and what's evolving. So it's great to spend some time with you, and we appreciate you getting the word out for us.
Yep, it's very important. And I thank you all listeners for joining us today. You can check out links in our episode description to get more information about what we talked about today.